everyone, welcome back to Ask Nutritionist Deepa's easy, quick, flavorful and good for you recipe videos. And today I'm going to show you a treasured recipe. It's been in my family for last 75 to 80 years. This is a masala recipe, a spice blend recipe that has been in our family for last 75 years or so. My mom and my grandmother, who happens to be, my grandmother is 103 years old, and my mom, who is in her 70s, have been making it at home every single year for last so many years. And this is a very traditional recipe from western part of India, from Maharashtra, where I'm from, and it is called as Goda masala, and the flavors. I mean, everybody is familiar with garam masala. It's not like garam masala. It's not as intense and spicy like garam masala because of some unique ingredients that are used in this particular recipe. So, apart from being flavorful, I personally find any spice blend, and specifically this particular one, almost as a pill form of almost a perfect food-based option, food as medicine type of pill, because a teaspoon of masala is going to have so many health benefits derived from all these different spices. I'm just going to quickly go over the different ingredients that we have and then talk about the health benefits of it, and the description will have the exact amount for these different ingredients. I understand that there are quite a few ingredients in here, but they are relatively easy to get ingredients. Thanks to the Amazon, you can order some of the not so common ingredients that are used in this particular recipe. So let's start with the base, which is the sesame seeds, dry coconut, mix of fenugreek and mustard, red chilies, bay leaf, few cloves. In the bowl here I have coriander seeds, cumin seeds, big black cardamom, cinnamon sticks, and this is a unique ingredient. It's called black stone flower. It's a type of lichen. It's a plant that is dried, and so that's all to it. What makes this Goda, which means sweeter masala, unlike the garam masala, which means hot masala or hot spices, is that lack of black pepper and the amount of cloves and chilies in here. The sweetness is going to come from the coconut and the sesame seeds. Now, for some reason, if anybody is allergic or cannot eat sesame seeds, then you can skip it and maybe add some pumpkin seed powder to it. If you're allergic to coconut, you can skip coconut as well. The other ingredient, which is optional, is asafoetida. It is processed with wheat flour, so it has gluten, but nowadays you can get gluten-free asafoetida powder or extract on Amazon, so feel free to use that. All these ingredients, along with including the turmeric, has been lightly roasted. You don't need any oil to roast these ingredients. I had dried roasted these ingredients, and now all I have to do is to blend it and turn it into a fine powder. Again, I understand the overwhelmingness some of you may be feeling with the number of ingredients, but every day I just take out 2 or 3 ingredients, roast them and put them aside. So when you chop your meal planning into small steps, it becomes easier. And once this is done, it will be used for a year or so. The health benefits of each of these spice is very unique. For example, let's start with cloves. Cloves are they come in handy when you are fighting any kind of infection or gum disease such as toothache, hepatitis C, or even kill the bad breath. The lichen here is the black stone flower, has antibacterial and antiviral properties. Coconut is going to give us the healthy fats and again a little bit of antimicrobial properties when you are using coconut as a whole and not the coconut oil. Sesame seeds have calcium and healthy fats. Turmeric, what can I say? Turmeric and cayenne is like an all-rounder spice, tons of health benefits. Mustard and fenugreek have antimicrobial properties. They also help reduce blood glucose. Coriander seeds here are going to be good for your GI issues, any gas, bloating, as well as to deal with some skin issues such as eczema or excessive itching or rosacea. Cumin here, believe it or not, has calcium and has its role in keeping our bones healthy. So instead of taking a extract or a supplement of cumin or cayenne or turmeric, I recommend that we use them in combination. It's called the synergy, which means that all these spices function better when they are combined together versus we taking them in isolation. So all in all, this is a very powerful recipe, not only from the history of it, like I said, it's been used by my 103-year-old grandma and my mom for years and years, and I'm very happy to share that with you. So that's with the recipe. This is already been dry roasted until you need to roast it until you start getting the flavor or the smell of the spices. It is all cooled down, and now all I have to do is to just grind it together. So when it comes to grinding spices of different texture, I'm going to show you a trick. Use the coriander seeds as a carrier, so to speak, and I'm going to start by combining the hard spices or the spices with pieces in it. Going to add the coriander seeds to it, and first grind this into a coarse powder. Also add the other whole spices in there. So once you are done grinding the whole spices with coriander seeds, it's time to grind cumin and coconut together. Now I'm going to add the asafoetida, the turmeric, and the rest of the coriander seeds. Now we are going to grind the sesame seeds. These are all the ground up powders in this bowl, and I'm just going to use tip of my finger to mix everything in and then grind it again. These step-by-step process is the wisdom that you get when you cook based on what your grandmother or your mom is telling you, and that is what really brings out the flavor of a recipe. So I'm just going to mix it in and then run it through the blender one last time. So this is the last grind, and I'm going to pulse it versus grind it. And shake it in between so that it doesn't clump together. So the Goda masala recipe is done, and I cannot even tell you how fragrant and how flavorful it's smelling, and the aroma is just out of this world. And the aroma is just going to get better once these spices start to marinate. Even though it's a dry mix, the spices starts to interact with each other, and that's what the synergy that I was talking about. Now you can use this in any kind of dal, to stir fry any vegetable, to cook your grains. I mean, the applications are just use your imagination how you want to use it. The most important step is to make it, and I hope you will. So please make it, please comment, please subscribe, please share. And I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.